Alan here by the river here in Spokane, Washington. Wanted to give a little message. We must stop teaching teachers, nurses, people in churches, and other civilians like they were military or law enforcement. Now there's a lot of different reports coming out. You see it on the news, you see it in print, where some of this active shooter training is doing more harm than good. It's affecting people and it's injuring people. You know, some of this really hard impact training, workman comp claims are going up. Insurance companies are starting to not like it. So we must train teachers and other civilians, nurses, hospital people, business people differently than we're training law enforcement and military. Now, I used to do some of that training. When I was on the team teaching Safari Land course, we had the guy in the suit. We were shooting the blanks in the building. And some of that kind of training that we're finding is not most effective for people. And especially with the workman comp claims coming up. Businesses, insurance companies, they're not wanting to lose people because of training, and they shouldn't. And that's why I started doing more low, less impact type training. Nobody gets hurt. And that's the kind of training I'm doing with Reflex Protect too. So we're doing active shooter training and we're teaching people some great skills, but we're not actually tackling people. We're not putting people in a situation where they might get hurt, but they're still learning valuable skills. And then they're also learning how to use the Reflex Protect in the defense or the fight portion of the class. Because face it, I can't teach somebody to fight in 4, 6, 8 hours, but I can teach them to defend themselves with Reflex Protect. So it's a game changer, and it's allowing people that don't know how to fight an ability to defend themselves. And they don't have to tackle some big guy in a suit and risk injuries. And so it's really important that those of us that are training, we need to change what we're training for the audience that we're working with. When you're training soldiers or military, fine, that's one kind of training. When you're training civilians, we need to be doing it differently. And that's what we're doing at Reflex Protect. That's what I'm doing with my survive-a-shooting programs. If you want information on these kind of programs, go to surviveashooting.com or reflexprotect.com, learn about the training programs. And I've had insurance people in conferences say, that is the kind of training we want people to have, because they're worried about workman comp, and some CEOs are worrying about losing their employees. You know, you get an injury, that's very expensive for a business trying to replace that person. So if you're a trainer, look at the audience you're training and train appropriately.